And that's why Allah Almighty tests us through the prophets. He tests us through the inheritors of the prophets. Allah tests us through our family. He tests us through our friends, through our neighbors. Anything that we attach to, that we are attached to, you must rest assured there is a test, examination coming from that you are attached to other than your Lord. So that we can be free. People think that they're free because they say they're free. But true freedom is to not have dunya in your heart, but to have it in your hand. Kalban Mukman Beit Allah. The heart of the believer is the house of Allah Almighty. When we make our hearts through this life, this place called life, and we're able to fight everything that stands in the way of us reaching it, and Shaitan's job is to seduce us to attachments, telling that each attachment is going to bring you so much more than you could ever gain. So we attach to our money. We attach to our spouses, our children, our friends, our neighbors, our cars, our homes, this world, our desires, and Shaitan. And the tests come like we cannot believe it. Right now, the whole world is being tested. Because when Allah Almighty is not sending His servants, Allah allows it to continue because He's just allowing us to finish up our time here and to be in the graves. But if there's anybody anywhere in the world who is an obedient, sincere servant, Allah Almighty will bring it to the standard of that servant so they may be happy.
Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Takbir! Allahu Akbar!
If any of them anywhere is disturbed in their hearts, the world is in problem and in trouble. It's in trouble. Their hearts must be at peace because they are at peace with their Lord. When they say, "Oh my Lord, I cannot take these people no more," we hope that they don't say that. Musa said it and he destroyed many people. Lot said it and a lot of people were destroyed. All of the prophets said it and those people were destroyed. The only prophet that did not say that did not tire from the burden of the people was beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that is why we're here, because we are also the descendants of unbelievers that forgot about their Lord. But because of the mercy of beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, maybe from there they might be believers, from their offspring. All the others were saying, wipe them out. Jonah said, wipe them out. So he left. And that's why Allah Almighty, because he left, Allah Almighty forgave all those that he left. That had never happened before. Usually when the order is given to destroy those people who are disobedient to Allah Almighty's servants, Allah said, if you love me, follow my servants. If you obey them, you are obeying me because I am sending them. They are representing me. We don't understand that. And that's our problem. Shaitan has seduced us into decadence. Decadence is being deaf, dumb, and blind. When Allah sends the signs, we don't see the signs. When we're deaf, we don't hear the wisdom. When we're blind, we don't see the signs of those who carry the wisdom. So we're going to be dumb, ignorant. And we're going to live a real horrible life. That's why Allah sends His servants. When the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ came, he was coming from a small place in Saudi Arabia no one knew about. But from that place, it has given light to the whole world. It gave renaissance to Europe, Asia, all around the world. It is still giving light to all of the world because there are those who are connected to His heart that He's testing, and He's giving to their hearts what Allah put in His heart. And even though they're not prophets, they carry the light of prophets. There are people in this day that have gifts and connection to Allah Almighty that prophets did not have. Because of the light of beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam being of the nation of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the people coming after that time have the rank and the ability to have all the abilities of 124 prophets plus what Allah Almighty gave to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
So what is wrong with us? That we sit idly by and allow Shaitan to seduce us to be deaf, dumb, and blind. Allah says, don't come back. I don't want to see you. I'm not going to speak to you. I'm not going to look at you. If you don't come back with a kalb and salim, with a pure heart, with a tranquil heart. Don't you know, living in turmoil in our hearts, we are affecting our environment. This is not paradise weather. These are not paradise conditions. You have to put somebody in the office and put all your hope in them to change your life. That's never been. In the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him, in the time when Allah Almighty was sending His prophets. And when Allah Almighty is sending His servants, it cannot remain. It shall be on earth as it is in heaven. Allah guarantees us that. That is His promise to us. Allah says, you keep your promise to me, I will keep my promise to you, and will establish you in strength and power in the land. Woman, love, Tawfiq. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salamu ala khairil muslim, Muhammad nabiyyi wa ahlihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. We are in a phenomenal position. We are here, and Allah Almighty is sending us guidance through those who are surrendering to their Lord. Surrendering to Allah means keeping your ego as a horse and riding on it, as opposed to allowing our ego to ride on us. How far can we go carrying a horse? Allah is saying, just flip the rider. It is equipped to carry you wherever you need to go, but it has to be trained. It has to be taught patience and discipline, because that's the engine that takes it up. So we're asking Allah Almighty to give us the strength, to send us the people of Iman, to help us to put in our hearts real Iman, not fake Iman, but the real deal, to make this to be like heaven on earth. In our lifetime.
Takbir! Allahu Akbar!
Woman, Allah, Tawfiq al-Fatiha. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim wa lad-dallin. Ameen. Come to Salah.